Yeah,
Welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show, where we're outside cooking with Al, out here in the snow, and I've got a perfectly formed snowball to hit my producer with right about now. That was a lot closer than I was expecting.
You got her in the
kind of
hand.
winged her a little bit, didn't I? But nonetheless, we are excited to have you here with us out on the deck, and to, we're representing with Mother Nature a little bit of snow.
Yes, snow, and it's the first day of fall too.
How about that?
There you go. That's what I hear anyway.
That's what Park City's all about.
Winter.
Yeah, it does feel like the first day of winter.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's never too cold to cook outdoors, because that's where you get your hands warm.
Sure.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, look at those coals.
See, I have it right here, ready to go.
Yeah. That's just for our hands.
That's right.
Right?
That's just for that.
That's for
You and I have been outdoor cooking quite a little bit lately.
Yes, we've had some good times. Yeah.
We're cooking for the new show, which is called Inside Out, and you're going to be excited, I think, to see this. Is the concept behind it pretty fun? And Al and I will be doing some great cooking in some great locations. So, but cooking in studio is good, because that means I get breakfast.
Yeah.
As does Kelly.
Well, we're getting biscuits and gravy today, right?
Biscuits and gravy today from scratch. So we got some work to do here.
Okay, let's do it.
So
let's get it going, huh?
We're going to cook it in the 12-inch Dutch oven made by Camp Made, and this is the lid lifter. We're going to cook them at 375. So we're 10 briquettes on the bottom. I already have it preheated because we want to do that. But what we have here is we're going to get the biscuits going, Joe. So I have.
All right. This is where Kelly steps in.
For you.
Okay.
How do you know how many? What are these?
Briquettes.
Briquettes.
I was gonna say coals. How many do you know to use to get the right temperature?
Well, you can cheat and look at a chart, but when you get doing it for a while, you kind of know.
Okay.
Gauge off. Like 350 is a pretty good temperature to gauge off, because on the 12-inch Dutch oven, to get 350 degrees, you minus 2 from 12, so 10 on the bottom, and you add 2 onto 12, so 10 and 14.
Do you use the temperature to make sure you're there, or you just believe the chart?
No, we're just cooking
we
it.
Trust.
So
okay. Okay. All right. Let's do this.
So so there's 3 cups of self-rising flour there, and this is a 3-piece. It's a damper bread recipe, and it's awesome.
Oh wow!
And it's easy.
Okay.
So there's a cup of whipped cream.
Already
so we'll put that in, and
whole thing.
Yeah, the whole thing.
Good job, Kelly. Wow.
And then
nice thick cream. Can't ever say no to that.
You're right. You're dumping.
Joe, are you the mixer?
I'll be the mixer.
And then I have.
You want to mix when you put this in, right?
Yeah, a cup of limeade, or you can use lemonade. And what this does is it gives you your sugar and water in one ingredient.
Wow. Does it taste like limes or no?
We could taste a little hint of lime last time we done it. With the lemonade, I could never really taste a hint of lemonade, but it works great.
Okay.
So they're going to be a little dumpy, but yeah, that's how we want it to look.
This looks great.
So
you don't want to get carried away with mixing it. That's a lot of people think you do, right?
Yeah, so it's just the 3 ingredients, and there you go. So I got this preheated, and we're going to make a roux now, so we can start the gravy.
So are we going to separate these into balls?
Well, we'll kind of just dump them in here.
Really?
Yeah.
Like a giant pancake?
Yeah.
That works for me.
So we'll just let that butter melt there.
Now, Al, this is not the coldest place you've done outdoor cooking, is it?
Oh, I doubt
By
it.
any stretch of the imagination.
No, we've cooked out on this deck when it's been a lot colder. The first of the year, it seemed like every time we was out here, it was like 32 degrees for months and months.
Oh, pretty close today. We're 30-something.
Yeah, for sure.
So is this recipe on your YouTube channel?
Yes, I have a few videos with the damper bread. Yes, you can refer to that actually. And where we shot last week, I made this last week up there at our camp, Joe.
Oh, nice.
It's too good we make it.
I only wish I could have made it to that camp, because that was sort of ideal. But maybe this next one we're going to get to.
Tell me how much butter did you use?
I don't know, that much of a cube.
Enough. That's what we call it. We call it enough.
Two or 3 tablespoons. Now we just want to put a little bit of flour.
Now, you know what a roux is, right? You know what a roux is?
No.
So whenever you make gravy, you don't want lumpy, nasty gravy, right? That's important.
Right.
So you start with a roux, right? Isn't that kind of the main point, as I recall?
Did you learn this on your show? Or
I learned it here in the studio. I had no idea what a roux was until I was here.
It's kind of fun to say, too.
Yeah?
A roux.
A roux.
A roux.
Like some roux.
So we'll just kind of get a little bit in here.
So we have flour and butter in here currently.
Right. So, and for the gravy, I just have a cup of flour here. So I'll just get this going
It
like
seems
this.
pretty simple, but it's not. I always think that this is the part that I'm going to mess up.
Why?
Yeah.
I don't know, because it's. I've seen people mess it up, I guess, is the reason.
So
It's
yeah.
not exactly easy, but.
So it's just a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not much in there, but that's just a little bit. So
Okay.
we have this is just a cup of all-purpose flour. So we'll put this in,
Okay.
and
What's
then
the purpose of putting flour in first?
well, you can put it in second if you want, I guess.
What's the purpose of putting flour in before your dough?
Well, we're gonna make the gravy,
gravy.
so it's all runny, and that's gonna be biscuits.
Got it.
Biscuits and gravy.
Got
So here's milk. Here's milk. That all goes in here.
All this goes in, huh? All right.
Me first.
So
Oh.
this is.
I'm
go
totally
ahead.
joking. I'm totally
Take off
joking.
the. You can take off the whole lid,
Oh, I
Joe.
should probably do that.
Oh, well, me
easier?
first. Seriously, then.
Yeah.
Just squirting through the.
Yeah, I was going to, yeah.
Yeah. So we're using a lot of flour. Maybe that confused that you thought we was doing biscuits in both, but yeah. So
Yeah, I thought we were putting everything
so
in
the
here.
biscuits that's done. We're ready to go with
Okay.
there. So that was just the 3 ingredients for the biscuits. So now we're getting the gravy ready. So we just made the roux
Right?
and put.
Look at the roux.
There you go.
Here, do you want to take over?
Yeah.
You're in charge of stirring.
And then 7 cups of milk.
I'm surprised you don't have a coat out here. You're like, this is no
actually-
big deal to you, is it?
He actually
No.
took off his coat.
Well, look
before
where
we
I'm
started
standing,
this.
Joe.
Yeah, you're standing
I'm
right
right,
fire.
right in
He
front of
There
it.
you go.
stole the good spot.
Now, it's a little lumpy, but it'll cook out fine. So
I'm okay with
don't worry.
lumps.
And this is 2 pounds of sausage. I actually cooked this at home last
Oh,
night.
wow.
But if you're cooking this in your Dutch oven, you want to do this first, and you'd put like 20 coals underneath
Right?
to cook the sausage, and then you
Okay.
just adjust the heat
Yeah,
from there.
It's not as big, you know, you
wanna
said
use
you can just
this?
put a
Yeah.
whole lot in there, right?
Let's
I mean, a whole
spoon.
lot of coals for cooking sausage and bacon. That's not as critical, right?
Right.
Just want it hot.
I'm trying to get every beat.
Look at you.
piece
Yeah,
out here.
and you don't have to drain the grease. You know,
No, you want
And
to
their
use it,
oats
right?
Still have
yeah.
some.
Let's.
There we go.
That only helps the gravy,
Yeah.
right?
Yep. So we'll just leave it all in
My
there.
grandma always used, anytime we had anything like that at the bottom of the pan, that was part of the gravy, right?
This
Yeah.
looks like a good
Makes it
soup
taste
right
better.
now.
So yeah, that looks good.
Yeah.
So now all we have to do, Joe, is
Cook
you
this
can.
down a little.
No, we're gonna put the biscuits in
Right
now.
on top. of
Right
this.
on top.
Are you kidding?
Just spoon them on there, whatever
See, I thought we were gonna
size.
put them in first. That's
what-
why I was
you can
confused.
make little balls. Just
Like
plop.
that?
Yeah, just plop them in
This
there.
is crazy. That's not how I expected to do that at all.
Gotta get a little dirty, Joe.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
I do.
you
Okay.
can give him the other spoon to help out there.
No, I'm
I
gonna
thi-
let him suffer.
Okay. She wants
I
to
see
use
how
her
it is.
finger.
Yeah, because I'm gonna eat some after.
Yeah, you know, their dough is good. That's always a good
Yep.
thing, right?
Here's a knife if you want that to help. Yeah.
So you just leave them in
Uh-oh.
there. Is it bad if they clump together?
No. So what's going to happen, and what we want to happen, is when this is done,
Bah.
those biscuits will bake out, you know, and so that whole thing will. Want
up.
the knife, Joe, or
Will
are you
it be
good?
from edge
I'm
to
good
edge?
now.
Biscuits?
Yeah, it should be all the way.
It's
Just
gonna be good.
Good one. There we go.
Yeah, it's a little sticky
Couple
dough.
more.
The first time I made this recipe, I got the dough and I stuck my hand down in there, and
Yeah,
it was just
I
all
thought we were
sticking to
gonna
my
do
hands.
that.
I'm just like,
Yeah, this is some sticky stuff. But that's the good kind of dough, right?
I think
yeah.
you should just make that one big one. Put it right in the middle.
Oh, I think that's too much.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking we need 2 more. So one right there. There needs to be one over in that corner over there, I think. Right there.
Okay.
So how long do we leave this to
All right.
cook?
So this is going to cook 40 minutes or
Want a
so.
spoon?
Yes. I don't know if you could lick dough like you could
Go for it.
frosting. or
No, it's
something.
totally okay. That's acceptable.
Okay, so yeah, this will cook 40 minutes. So at 375, we want 14 on top,
Okay.
and we'll
10
just
on the bottom, 14 on top.
10
right?
on the bottom.
14 on top.
Actually, you just no, we want 16 on top because 14 on top
And then you add
would
the
be
2.
350.
Oh, we were going to
but
375.
we want 375, so we'll up it up to
deal.
16. So
Okay.
10 and 16. So
Okay.
now we got
Get
the
it
math right.
That's right. This is
So
important.
40 minutes, give or take.
Yeah.
May we check it in 30 and see how it's going, but
That
we don't
sounds
want
good
to
to me.
peak. We'll just let it cook for 30 minutes.
You never
and-
want to lift the lid?
No, 'cause I like the surprise of it, you know?
Well, we're
So
going to be
it's-
surprised here on the show in about a half hour, that's for sure.
Yeah. and eating well, which is good news
Yes.
for sure. So you want to stay tuned for all of that. Outdoor cooking with Al. Al, where are you headed? You're going up to the Uintas next?
We're going to the Uintas.
It's going to be cold, buddy.
Today, and snow. I bet it's snowing, but
Yeah.
that doesn't scare me. You know, we'll go up there. We'll still cook in the snow. Why
Just get
not?
the right
you know,
clothes.
Now, your wife Jenny is here with us today.
Jenny is here.
I
Yeah.
think she might have to make an appearance on the program.
Yes, but
Just-
when
I
this is
know.
ready, we have to get her out here to try it with us.
Yeah. I don't
We're
know.
expecting to see her,
She's
so.
kind of behind the scenes. She's,
Yeah, I know she is. She
She's
usually
the
runs the
mind
camera.
behind the machine. Behind the scenes, not the machine. Yeah. She's usually behind the camera.
Running
True.
the camera.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to get her out here at some point, I'm pretty sure. I'm going to convince her. But
warmers.
in the meantime, we're going to try to stay warm here over the Dutch oven. Does that sound like a good idea to you?
Still looking
So-
dough off my fingers. So let's take a look at Powder Mountain opening day.
I think we ought to. This
Yeah.
is a good way to think about why we love the snow so much. When otherwise you might not feel that.
Yes.
In the middle of September, you're like, really? But
You'll
just
love it soon.
remember why we like the snow so much with the opening day of Pow Mow.
Welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show. We are checking in on the biscuits. We're not sure if they're ready to eat. We just want to take a
warm.
peek.
Yeah.
Yeah?
And we haven't peaked yet, so we don't. Hopefully they're doing good.
Yeah,
I
this
hope
is
so. I'm
genuine.
pretty
We
sure
really
we made a
don't know
good
what they
batch
look
of
like.
biscuits. What do you think, Joe? I think.
I might have been a little weak on my design and this sort of the
mixed
look
it.
of the biscuits, but
Yeah. So.
you know. But it's okay. They don't have to be perfect looking, right? They just have to be perfect tasting. Ready?
Let's have a
The
look.
reveal?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, here we go.
Whoa. Look at that.
Okay, we're pretty darn
If
close.
you can't see it, the biscuits
See,
have pretty
I
much
wonder if-
filled up
no.
the whole Dutch
Yeah,
oven.
we're not quite
Yeah.
there just
So
yet.
yeah, I'm thinking 10 or 15 minutes. I
Okay.
got a few briquettes here, so
Yeah.
I think
Warm it
A
up.
little bit more.
I'm going to put a little more on the top.
Yeah, get
and
that
then
browned up on
get
top.
that browned on top and get the gravy bubbling up. So yeah,
Oh,
we're
I'm
good.
so
right.
ready
I'm
for
thinking
this,
about 15
Al.
more minutes and we'll be good to go.
Perfect. Well, between that time, I know you're going to hang out with.
Dave Farland is here, author extraordinaire, and I am excited to talk to him about his fantasy series, Rune Lords, among other things. I understand he's working on some new stuff as well.
That's
So
cool.
that's going to be fun, and if he's here for Comic-Con with our friends from Galaxy Press, so it's going to be a great time. So you want to stay tuned for that. coming
Yeah,
up
stay
right
tuned
after
for
this.
that and stay tuned for this. That's going to be right after that, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Yeah,
no,
should work out just about
it'll
right.
work. Yeah.
Yep, that and a lot more on the Mountain Morning Show. Welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show. We are outside, freezing just a little bit, but we're gonna warm up with this Dutch oven full of biscuits and gravy.
Yes,
right.
Yeah.
We've been challenged a little bit with the colder temperatures.
Yes.
Yeah, I learned something today because I cooked the sausage at home.
Right?
So it was cold when we put it in there versus if we would have cooked it. So it's taken longer for the biscuits and gravy to heat up.
I
Just because
see.
it was, we put the cold sausage and the cold milk
Right.
and the cold, everything was cold.
But
okay.
that doesn't mean I can't try a biscuit, right?
No, I
Can I
think
try a
they're-
biscuit?
Yeah, let's take a look.
All right, while I'm doing this, we've got a giveaway, which is pretty
Yes,
fun.
We are giving away this book, but you have to answer a question.
Yeah?
The question is, which author came on the show today?
Yeah, there you go. So
That was
just do
not too
that.
long ago. I hope you're
You should
paying
be able to get it.
attention. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope you're paying attention. But you could be the winner.
You're going to send that in.
right here.
It's a
Tell us how that
contest
is.
at parkcity.tv. So just tell us who the author was that you saw
Oh my gosh, the
here
smell.
on the program.
Do you
That
want some,
smells
Jenny?
Oh, boy.
So good.
Want to taste it?
P.S. This is Jennifer. Hi. We
Here.
told you she'd be out here.
Yep.
She doesn't really want to be. She's cold. but we
Yeah,
have to
Al's
make her.
lovely wife Jennifer
my
joining
gosh.
us here on the deck at Park City Television. How you feeling?
Pretty good.
Well, now I need a
fun,
Al.
fun way to bring in the first day of fall.
Right? You're usually
Yes.
in front of the, or behind the camera
Behind,
rather than in
yes.
front of it.
Yes.
So this is a little different for you.
Behind, yes.
Now
How
you guys.
often do you guys make this?
The biscuits and gravy.
Yeah.
This is about our third time.
Really? Ever?
On the can. Yeah.
Does it get old? Does it get old?
No. No, it does not.
I can't imagine it get old.
So yeah, it's
It's a perfect
steamy.
day for these.
I
Yeah,
wish you
it sure
could
is.
smell this.
Oh, it's
I
real
wish you could
tasty
smell
too.
this.
Tell us about some of your favorite locations
Oh
you've
my
gone
gosh.
with Al to cook, outdoor cooking with Al.
Anywhere with hot springs.
Yeah.
Love Yellowstone.
That's right. Maple Grove Hot Springs, we were there together. We had a fun time.
We did.
and lots of other fun places.
Do you hear Diego in our ear saying,
That is
"I'm
good.
so jealous"?
Yeah, he wants some.
He has
We'll
to
save
sit
a
in the
little.
control room.
That's pretty good.
We'll save a little for the
Sorry,
director
Diego.
and, of course, for our producer extraordinaire, Christine, as well. But we wish we could save a little for you. But what you've got to do is just tune in, of course, to Al's channel on YouTube. It's Outdoor Cooking with Al.
Outdoor Cooking with Al YouTube. Yep, we have 2 biscuits and gravy videos on there. One's different than the other. So one says made from scratch. Another one, I use the biscuits you get, just kind of easy, simplify it. We have like 80 plus videos on there. So
wow.
How often do you post?
Once a week.
Once a week?
new video every week. So
if you ever need an idea to cook outdoors while camping, or maybe just in your backyard to mix it up,
Lots of ideas.
they have all the ideas, all the recipes for you. Well, Al, thank you so much. Hopefully the next time you come here it might be a little warmer, but I don't think so.
I don't think it's just going to get colder from here on out. So
well, thank you so much for coming on. We'll be back next week from 7 to 11 right here on the Mountain Morning Show.
See ya.